You know, welding can be very frustrating and can burn your fingers. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, that's a shifting piece. Okay, that's enough of smelling the flowers. It will all become apparent after there it is. After I cut that off and put it there. Not there. There. Okay. The brake pedal was in the way, so I took it off. So I know there's probably a mark on some of that tape somewhere. On there somewhere. But I know it. I know this little bolt can't be that long, so I gotta chop it off. So what I did was I made this rod here, and it goes down, hooks up to that thing there, so that I drilled a hole in it so I could get a bolt welded on my rod. And first thing I wanted to do was make sure I could use this piece of a wimpy metal to pull up into park, because the park detent is fierce. So I hooked it up and I got it so I can get it into park. But I noticed that when I shift down to the lowest low, which is down in here somewhere, that this end of this thing does not go even as far as this thing does. This rotates through 40 degrees, and this has got to go 75 or something. So the thing is, this shaft has got to be, I think it's like 2.5 inches or something. And this one here turns out to be longer, just a little bit longer. Or words of that effect. Now, but practicality, you can do what you want on paper, but when you go to work with 3 dimensions and stuff, things become complicated. Like this, the angles that goes through is definitely going to mess with the way that there's going to be a kind of swivel or something in there. So that's where I'm at right now, is trying to figure the lengths of these 2 members, and also work on this thing here, which is the brake. Just the back of it's gonna need cutting, because it's gonna kabang into the shift lever rod. Yep, that's what it is. So, sorry about being so slow, but things like this take time. Now that needs fixing, and the lawn needs mowing. And that needs fixing. So let's go in there and work on the hot rod. Okay, a quick little survey shows that somebody must have been welding. Somebody must have been working the drill press, and somebody must have been over here using sundry other parts and searching through stuff, and the place is a mess. Yeah, it is a mess. If you go in here in the dark hole and take a look at what do we got here. Let me see. Okay. Well, we didn't show. See if we can put some light in this. Better. What I didn't show was a bunch of work I did. The brake pedal was kind of wonky, back and forth. So there's a pushing up in here, and so I did some stuff with pipes and whatnot, and I took up all the slop that was in the pedal, so it doesn't go. Let's see, it doesn't go in this direction at all, and it doesn't hit anything that is part of the column situation. Here is the column shifter situation. I can't really tell where I'm looking right now. But in there, yeah, okay, I got it. Got it. So you can hear the shifting take place. So that's the situation. I got some stuff together and welded some stuff and arranged some stuff and bored some holes and tried different shapes and stuff like that. And I got a working stick, I guess you'd call it, and it works, and the brake pedal doesn't hit it. And the problem, as it stands right now, is there's six clunks, including Park. Okay. Here now, see, that's the problem with this whole thing is you gotta stand on your head and get way down in here, and you can't see anything because you're that's Park. So that's Park, and my problem is that working with my lever, I can't get it into the lowest low because I run out of room up here in the column. But I think it's essentially because the part let's see if you can see this from the side. Now I can't see what you're looking at, so I'll see it after I build a video. But anyway, that's the way it looks from the side, and I think there's an adjustment there. So I'm going to fritter around with the adjustment and see if that will work right now. Yeah, okay. After lots of Jesus, hard to do this. Lots of it's probably about 2.5 hours worth of goofing around with the end of this thing,
There's just a little spacer washer welded onto the end of this thing here. And I see a couple of holes there. Yes, yes. For adjustment and bend, and several attempts at bending and re-welding angles and stuff like this and whatnot, and fitting this thing over and over and over again. It's the first length, and listening to the furnace going on. Okay. Turns out the whatever this is, 3/8 or something bolt fits in this hole in a sloppy fashion and gives me just enough wonkiness to omit one of the detents in the transmission shift linkage. What's the translation of that? If I don't change this hole or fix this thing here, then this linkage is going to be permanently wonky enough so that I couldn't shift into the second or third low. That would be like first gear, I guess. So I had to make a decision as to whether or not I wanted to leave it wonky, and just because, you know, whoever drives around in low, so you just drive around and drive. That's what it's for. But supposing I wanted to drive in low and I couldn't shift to low, yeah, so that's where I'm at. I gotta repair this. This wonkiness. Does that look wonky to you? See, it's very wonky. Wonky. So, it's not polite to point. So let that be a lesson to us. Our battery is running low, and I'm getting tired of continually reshaping this thing and having to deal with the wonkiness of this, and having this thing turn and add to the wonkiness, and having the threads and everything get screwed up, you know, the linkage things. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm somewhat ready to move on to something else, but I'm reticent to quit. That is, I don't want to quit. So, there you go. This is life. Okay, so that's where I'm at. And now, wake up, everybody. Okay. Good night.